Hello, everyone. Daniel here for the Next Issue podcast. Today's video, I'll be doing a review of a new Comixology original. We Only Kill Each Other, number one. This is a new issue that is available now for you to borrow if you have Comixology Unlimited, or for purchase if you don't. Let's go over the team here. We have creators Stephanie Phillips and Peter Krause, with Stephanie Phillips on writing duties, Peter Krause on art, Ellie Wright on colors, Troy Peteri on letters, and a beautiful, beautiful cover by Dave Johnson. And if you are if you've been reading comics, you've seen a Dave Johnson cover. Dude does all the covers for everything. So let's talk a little bit about this book. And if you've seen my Wonder Woman review for Wonder Woman Evolution, you know I'm a big fan of Stephanie Phillips. I wish I was wearing my I Killed Comics in Cold Blood shirt that I purchased from her. Very cool. Instead, I am wearing my MK Pod Quiz hat. Shout out to the MK Pod Quiz boys. Go check them out. But yeah, let's go over the synopsis for this comic, which I very much enjoyed, actually. So I'll put that out there. The year is 1938. The threat of World War II looms over the United States, where Nazi sympathizers and fascists have taken root in American soil in alarming numbers. In New York City, resistance to the American Nazi movement grows amongst the ranks of Jewish American gangsters. Enter Jonas Kaminsky, a rising small-time gangster who's embroiled in a turf war with Levi Solomon, an old-time mob boss, with millions tied up in gambling and booze. When thrown together in an unexpected circumstance, it turns out that the one thing these gangsters hate more than each other is Nazis. And I think we can all appreciate that sentiment. So let's go into the art, and we'll talk more about the story as we get there. So the book, I feel like it's a very strong number one, because what it does is sets up the world that we're living in. We know it's 1938. We know it's pre-World War II, but the tensions are rising. And sometimes when we explore stories about World War II, we don't really focus on the home front or what was happening in America before that. In this case, we do, and that's what this book is really all about. We really set up Jonas as kind of a badass. Like overall, I mean, first of all, cool design. I love the art here. Peter Krause and the team just really killing it. I like the world feels lived in. It feels true. It's not too stylized, but it does. It also doesn't have to look photorealistic. So it's a good balance, I think. So here, like whenever you're building a character and you want to put them over with the crowd, you got to make them look like a bit of a badass. And this dude came at him, started hurling insults, anti-Semitic insults. So you gotta protect yourself at all times. Like they say in UFC. So I really like that. And then one of the things I want to point out is when there is action in this book, Peter Krause, very dynamic movements, like dude just flying out the window. And then we have a little bit of narration that it really doesn't it's not telling you what's happening, so it's not like redundant, which I appreciate. But it is filling you in into how our protagonist or our character or how they're feeling, what's going through their head as they're kind of kicking ass. Now, I did mention we did have a mob boss, which we'll see a little bit of. We don't see as much as we saw from Jonas, but the brief time that he's there, he makes an impact. Dude walks in, he has his goons, doing goon stuff, and this I didn't want to put in too many panels because this actually escalates pretty quickly, and I'll let you find that out on your own. There's also, I didn't want to include any panels with any Nazi imagery, just because I don't want to put that on the channel. But I mean, it's there. It's definitely the second half of the book. It does focus on the presence that they had in New York, which most people don't even talk about or remember. So I think it's cool that this book, it's just keeping it like this is what was really happening in America at the time. So it wasn't like, oh yeah, we were all kind of ignoring everything that was happening across the world. There were pockets of people here that were paying attention to that, and some of it was definitely for the worst. So I can't wait to see them come together and just punch some bad guys or whatever they need to do to take the neighborhood back. So very excited for this. I really like Stephanie Phillips' work. I'm very excited to have two books to review for this week. So if you haven't seen my Wonder Woman Evolution review, go check that out in the channel. But yeah, that's about it. Really recommend this book. Like I said, it's already, if you're paying for Comixology Unlimited, it's already in your subscription. All you need to do is go borrow it. And if you don't have Comixology Unlimited, first of all, I recommend it. It's really worth it because of all the originals that you can borrow. It really adds, like, you buy two of those books, you're already paying for the monthly membership anyways. So keep that in mind. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. Check out our Patreon. Link is on the description. Check out the MK Podcast Boys. Get some merch, like this cool hat. They got shirts, all the good stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.